across the fruited plain from coast to coast. But in the South, where they say the game just means more, there's only one game considered the Deep South's oldest rivalry. From black jersey debuts to prayers and Jordan hair, this matchup has had it all. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Tigers' offense will have the football first. The Dogs just chewed him up and spit him out the last time these two met as they destroyed Auburn.
And that's why I think Auburn needs something to happen early in this ballgame. They need some confidence. They need some feel-good because Georgia's dominated this series. They know, they talk about it. Auburn needs something good to happen early.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass on second down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense right now flying around, getting to the ball carrier, knocking the ball loose, running into the end zone, jumping on it for a touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Bulldogs are marching down the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Dogs can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the move. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A first down run on the doorstep. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was paving.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A 70-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They just need a few more inches here on fourth down, and they'll try to get it with the offense.
Listen, when you got a big sucker like that at quarterback, all he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that fourth down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big fourth down conversion.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll toss it to the left. Finds a crease at the 20. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
Under fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Well, he won't have any problem with the distance, but the angle could be a different story from the left. Dead center perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
Looking for room. It's Brady. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sweet feet. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Trying play action. Finds his big tight end. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Wisconsin has the lead right now. Feels like Bucky's been doing his share of push-ups, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 4 over Penn State. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
Running back searching for a hole. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Defense not showing press coverage. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Oh, better look out! Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can. More before the break. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And the defense, got him at the 27.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker is Hope. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Meadows. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. Oh, a lot of space. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Coming out with it, it's Strachan. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Right on the money. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. They'll immediately call timeout. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Under fire. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, the Deep South shuts down when the Tigers and Dogs get together, and that's the case again here today. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Auburn and Georgia plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Makes it past the marker. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Looking to fire. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his finger side to side and say, no, no, no.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for a deep man. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. So here comes the Auburn offense. On the ground, it's Brady. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But This offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back.
There he goes. Touchdown, Georgia. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, Dave. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Catches it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Got the first down and still on his feet. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Makes the grab. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Try to get it to the edge. Gets it inside the 10. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Try to barge their way in. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take...
Touchdown, Dogs! Quick strike through the air for the score. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0. The Dogs are starting to hunker down, and they are sinking their teeth into the Deep South's oldest rivalry.
Man, the red and black going crazy, the fans going nuts, and Georgia has dominated this rivalry of late. Auburn fans are sick and tired of the Dogs, but man, they got to do something about it.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Troy is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in the Fun Belt, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over Cincinnati. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here comes the the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. The Dogs haven't just been hungry. They've been famished. They have just eaten up this offense all day.
Everything they've tried to do hasn't worked. This defense, not only are they well organized, not only are they talented, they're well coached. They listen. They play so hard. They don't give you a thing.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Hunt is on its way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock. At the 35, he's loose. Hits the afterburner. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. And the returner goes down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with the running back. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. They'll run this play from the pistol. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, No stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They'll try to get outside. And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Here's the handoff. Tough, hard-nosed run. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1.
Offense facing 4th down.
It is Georgia taking home the W in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.